Growth hacking is a new form of low-budget marketing that can achieve exponential growth. This book explains the techniques that companies like Instagram, Twitter, and Dropbox use to get hundreds of millions of users. While traditional marketing requires large budgets to splash products over TV and billboards, growth hacking uses simple, cheap, and highly creative tactics to reach a specific target market. Instead of a big, expensive launch of a supposedly perfect product, growth hackers get an imperfect product out ASAP and then constantly improve it based on user feedback. It doesn't matter if the first version isn't great, since the aim is to improve the next one. Growth hacking uses the product itself as the marketing tool and breaks down the traditional division between marketing and product development. In his book, Ryan Holiday describes the 4-step framework used by growth hackers. Step 1. Create a product people really want. This first step is vital because even perfect products will fail if there is no real demand for them. Traditional marketers work with the outdated mindset that they could sell anything, even useless products, if they have a smart campaign. By contrast, growth hackers focus on achieving product market fit. That is, producing a product that genuinely satisfies the needs of their target market. A good example of product market fit is Instagram. After they launched, they found that their users were just interested in the photo features and filters of the platform, so they shifted all the focus onto that and became so successful that Facebook bought them for $1 billion. Another example is when authors produce many blog posts before publishing a book, enabling them to understand what topics interest their readers and then developing book ideas based on those. Step 2. Target the right people. Traditional marketing tries to sell to everyone, but this is a huge waste of resources. It's much more efficient to target a specific group of people who are a perfect fit and highly likely to become loyal customers. Growth hacking typically focuses on early adopters, people keen on trying new things. These people are trendsetters, so when they become fans, they are much more likely than others to promote your product. In its early days, Uber managed to reach early adopters and create awareness by giving away free rides at big festivals, popular amongst influencers in technology and media. These promotions cost Uber much less than traditional ad campaigns, but were way more effective. When Dropbox initially launched, they created hype through an invite-only feature. The feature generated curiosity and a sense of exclusivity, which resulted in their waiting list jumping from 5,000 to 75,000 people. Step 3. Make your product go viral. Once you have the right product and there is some awareness of it amongst the right people, you then need to make this awareness spread everywhere. The key to going viral is to make customers want to share your product and talk about it. This is free advertising and can be exploited by actively encouraging sharing. An example of this is when Groupon launched their Refer a Friend campaign, where they rewarded customers with a $10 credit when friends made their first purchase. Spotify also benefited from the power of sharing when it integrated with Facebook. The tactic was very successful in bringing in new users. When people on Facebook could see what their friends were listening to on Spotify, it encouraged them to try the music service too. Another viral tactic was employed by Apple when they turned all their iPod users into walking billboards just by coloring their headphones white and focusing heavily on them in ads. Step 4. Retain customers. Profits from sales to existing customers are much bigger than those to new ones because it's much cheaper to re-engage inactive existing customers than it is to attract new ones. So, to maximize the return on your marketing investment, it's vital that you keep your customers after you've won them over. The first step towards this is to gauge your performance, like determining the percentage of website visitors completing a purchase. Once you know this, you can then create a strategy to improve it. Twitter provides a good example here. When they first started, many people signed up, but only a minority actually became regular users. Twitter then discovered that when they prompted new users to manually select 10 accounts to follow during sign-up, they were much more likely to become active than if they had been given the default list of 20 accounts. Ryan Holiday used growth hacking to promote this book. He started by writing an article about growth hacking to test the book idea. A big publisher showed interest, so Ryan created a short ebook based on the original article. The ebook provided a cheap way of testing audience response, and when it did well, the ebook was expanded and launched as a paperback. Once launched, Ryan raised awareness of his book by giving out free lessons from it and having them published as articles to many influential sites, popular with his target audience. This has been just a short summary of growth hacker marketing by Ryan Holiday, but if you're interested in going deeper and reading the whole book, then you can find a link to the hard copy and Audible versions in the description below. I personally prefer Audible because it's so much more convenient to listen to books than to actually read them. Also, Audible are giving away a 1-month free trial, so absolutely try them out. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to be informed of new 5-minute book summaries. Also, if you have any suggestions for books you'd like me to cover in future, then definitely mention them in the comments below.